Don't stress the could haves. If it should have, it would have. Hey there, how's it going, you guys? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So, what are we looking at today with these crazy cryptocurrency markets? Still sitting there a little below the $4,000 mark. I think we were banging our head against 3,900 a moment ago when I was looking at it. Slight bit of green, not really enough to write home about, though. You know, still dangling around in that under 5% area. We keep going up and down. What are we going to be seeing this month? I don't know. I'm hearing calls all over the place. I see stuff on both sides of the board. We got Tone Vase out there saying that the bottom's not in and that it could be anywhere between 1,800 and 2,400. Then on the other hand, we have, the fundamentals of cryptocurrency and Bitcoin are continuing to grow. We're still seeing that in Google Trends that Bitcoin is climbing and the amount of search that people are doing. But then at the same time, you know, Bitcoin just turned 10 years old 2 days ago. And we're seeing that as we look back through the charts, there's always a January dip. Never really does too well. Some people like to blame it on the Chinese New Year's. I think that's a bunch of hooey. But at the same time, you know, is it going to be any different this year? Are we going to be seeing a low of 1,800? Are we going to be seeing all-time highs because the fundamentals are even better than they were, because people are buying in, because this time around we have a little bit of regulation? We have over-the-counter markets. We have all the exchanges ready out there to take on new customers. So it's a little bit of a coin toss. As always, like I try to tell everybody, be prepared for the worst and hope for the best. It's always the way to go about everything. That way, you know, you can catch the stone on either side of its tossing. But you know what we have out there? We got Samantha in the chat.
Good morning, everyone.
So how are you today, Samantha?
I'm good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So what's going on in your world? Anything?
You're seeing it.
Bitcoin and coffee?
Yeah.
What else besides that? How's work been?
It's been work.
You wish we had the good old days of hanging out, cryptocurrencies.
Of course I wish I didn't have to work.
Well, I mean, if we keep hodling this Bitcoin, you never know, right?
I mean, that is the end goal.
That is the end goal, everyone. So, Samantha, would you mind pulling up one of those wonderful screen shares so we can go ahead and take a look at Coin Paprika, see what we got going on in the markets today? Maybe we'll pop in and see what's going on with the Tally Fund, see if we can continue to raise any more money to get off the Forbidden Kingdom Festival.
All right.
All right. So what do you see over here, Samantha? Ooh, just a little bit of green. Only 1% on Bitcoin, coming in at $3,864. Like I said, getting close to that $4,000 barrier, whether or not we will be breaching it. I think I've seen technical analysis, people saying 4,200 is the barrier we have to break in order to start seeing some climbs, I guess, that are more than the 5 to 6% of what we're standardly used to, like in the last few days. Let's see. 7 days down 1.6%. Not that big of a deal. Ethereum, wow, continuing to grow, grabbing a hold of that number 2 spot. $157, up 3.2%. Not bad. 15.28% gain on the 7 day. As you can see, the only gainer there in the top 4. We got XRP coming in at 35.8 cents. No big movement in the last 24 hours, but it's down 4.2% in the 7 day. We got Bitcoin Cash, $160. That's also some sideways movement at the moment, and that's down 4.8% in the 7 day. We got EOS at $2.73. That's a 1.57% gain. That's up only 2.3% in the 7 day, but still not bad, considering nobody was really making much money in the 7 day in the top 5. We got Stellar Lumas at 11.4 cents. That's up 0.33, so 1/3%, but they're still down 5.4%. We got Litecoin making some small gains here. They're up 6% right now, so that's not bad. Hopefully they'll continue to hold on to it, as it's looking like that's most of their gains for the week, coming in at 5.89. We got Tether on the other side of $1. Bitcoin Satoshi's Vision, $87.80, and that's down 5%, 5.25% for the week. We got Tron. Look at those gains coming in at 2.3 cents. That's a 12.6% gain, 12.4% on the week. We got a little bit of news on that. All right, let's get down here to the 50s and see what we got going on with Steam. We got a little bit of news on Steam today too. 28.2 cents, and that's up a little over 0.5%, 0.68. And we're looking at the Magic Threes. We're up 3.33. You want to take a look at the Steamback dollar, see what we're getting for a metrics?
Sure, why not? Let's see if anything's happened.
It's been a few days since we've looked at this. Steamback dollar. Kind of metrics we got going on here in the market. 75.9 cents. Hey, it's getting closer than where we had seen it before.
Yes.
That's up almost 0.5%, 0.43. And let's see, what are we looking at? 5.6% gain for the week, telling us that altcoins are getting closer, but like I said, this Steamback dollar is kind of like the tank's empty or the tank's full. You can't use the numbers too much of a metrics, just its indication of how close or far away it is from the dollar. At the all-time high, we did see this at $15.
Oh, yeah.
And I took full advantage of that. And I mean, now we've seen this down to 50 cents, I think, 40-something cents at one point. So it's supposed to be pegged to $1.
Right.
All right. As we have to do every single episode, we got to pull out the tally fund because we're a not-for-profit. Every single dollar that gets donated to this channel either goes back into making these YouTube videos even better with equipment, or it goes into this tally fund, which helps create flyers and pay for us to be able to get off to some electric music festivals. We usually try to go to the 2 to 3 day ones because we find that they are a great opportunity to be able to put the tools necessary into the people's hands to be able to go out there and get started with Bitcoin and start educating themselves on this digital peer-to-peer currency, which is going to completely revolutionize the world. It's going to make us all equal in the eyes of finance, which, I mean, in history has never happened. There's always been those few select people.
Yes, there's always been a king, a something. I mean,
right at the top that controls a majority of the finances, and everyone else, you know, they spend a majority of their life doing back-breaking hard labor in order to better the lives of the rich while they're barely surviving. And I mean, here we are in 2019. I mean, the future has never been closer. We have the digital financial means to equalize all of us. We just have to spread awareness. And it seems like as 2019 continues to move along here, even though we're only a couple days in it, I keep hearing more and more people talking about how we all need to get out there and spread awareness of Bitcoin. And that's how we're going to create the next bull run. And I mean, it makes me feel great because we're already out here doing it. So it's like, once again, I've had a little bit of foresight. I can see the future and I'm taking action. So please donate a couple dollars to this tally fund to help us create flyers and get off to Boca Raton February 15th and 16th.
No, 16th and 17th.
16th and 17th to be able to see if we can't turn some more people onto Bitcoin. It does look like we're quite a ways away still. We got $480 something to raise, $478.52. It looks like, oh, what's that? It's like $19 and some change a day. Ooh. Because we're getting closer and closer. We got about 25 days.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. But we'll make something happen. We'll at least be able to bring you some video of the event. You guys know that I'll do whatever I need to do to make this happen, because once again, this has become a big part of the channel. We are always continuing trying to step it up around here. We have the free help desk. We have the free YouTube videos where it's very interactive. Please start writing in the chat if you guys want to talk to us. Samantha will be reading those in a moment. And we get out there and we actually put feet on the ground. We're not just a digital sense. We are a physical sense also, and we try to do everything we can. We're also thinking about making stickers. Still haven't figured that one out. If you're into graphic designing and you want to help us come up with a great sticker ideal that people could click a QR code that's embedded in it to be able to turn them onto Bitcoin, please get in contact with me through the email or the Twitter. All right.
Like, I don't know how like 3 inches or whatever of like sticky is just ridiculously hard to figure out.
All right, there's the backyard, there's the chat, and let me pop around to the camera so we can all enjoy a cup of coffee in this wonderful Monday morning. Hey guys, how's it going? Thanks for joining me. I hope you guys got your coffee ready, of course. Talk about a little bit of this Bitcoin news today, Samantha.
Yeah, why not?
We got anybody here in the chat, or am I doing that thing where I'm up real early, jacked up on coffee, talking about how I'm going to help change the world?
Andy Anderson is here. He says, good morning. Worldly
Andy,
Traveler
man, I
is here.
appreciate it. You keep me from being crazy.
Worldly Traveler says, Happy New Year, everybody.
Worldly Traveler, thanks for coming. Happy New Year, my friend. I know I'm still feeling the optimism of the new year. I still see a lot of doors open as I look down the road of this avenue of life. I mean, once again, I told you guys that when I got into Bitcoin, it revitalized some of my inhibitions and feelings towards life. I was starting to feel depressed and down about how it seemed like I was never going to get anywhere. Nothing good was ever going to happen. I was just going to waste my life away in a factory, struggling to survive. Got into Bitcoin, life got better. I want to give back to Bitcoin, of course, so that's why I'm out here constantly making these YouTube videos, right? We used to do it a lot more. We've had to cut back a little bit. We're out here Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's always the free email help desk. I mean, it's great. There's so much that could happen. I mean, technology is growing on every front. I mean, I guess let's jump into the first story. This was at the bottom of the page, but since we're talking about tech, we got Ledger dropping the hint that there could be something new coming down the pipeline in about 2 days on January 7th. Not necessarily sure what it is. A lot of people are thinking it could be a new hardware wallet. That would be awesome, right? Or it could be something else, right? We don't actually know. We could be looking at a possible mobile app for Ledger Live. We could be looking at a hardware wallet that has Lightning integration, even though they think that that's not necessarily going to happen because you need a node in order to, import and export. It's more of a hot wallet situation with those Lightning nodes or Lightning wallets. But on the back side here, we're still looking at Ledger hardware wallets. The Live and the Blue are 30% discounted still, even though we're in the new year. That was supposed to end in December. So, of course, that's something you want to, you want to get rid of some of that old product, especially if you got a new hardware product coming out.
Yeah, I mean, yes. They announced that they were making an announcement. So.
Yeah, I always think that's funny when people say, I'm announcing that we're making an announcement. But at the same time, they're not a cryptocurrency, so it really can't pump their price or anything that. So, I mean, hey, let us know that you got things coming out to let us know. If you
you never know. I mean, yes.
I mean, we're talking about it. I mean, maybe they'll get more people to hop over there on the 7th and check out their Twitter feed to see what it is. And then, of course, there's always that impulse buy. That's why they put the stuff at the counter.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we don't care about, phones and whatnots, but I'm sure, like Apple,
hardware wallet.
Like Apple announces an announcement before the announcement. Like, this is probably pretty standard of, so we're going to do something. It may or may not be something you actually care about.
Well, I mean, they're saying they've sold about 1.4 million Ledger Nano S's.
I mean,
I
know we own 2 of them,
because, I mean, knowing that there's 1.4 million Ledger Nano S's out there means 1.4 million people have a hardware wallet where they're keeping their private keys and they're doing their due diligence and they're gaining back their monetary sovereignty. And that is awesome.
That is a lot of people who have at least, said, man, I really should own my own keys. I really should have something. I should be able to hide this where I choose,
I mean, as we continue to look at, I mean, you guys know I'm not into politics. You guys know I avoid all that stuff at all costs. And, I mean, I just know that there's a lot of turmoil happening right now. Trump, this, wall, that, government shut down. I don't pay attention to it, but I'm glad I got a hardware wallet. I'm glad I got Bitcoin. I mean, I think I had read something briefly on Facebook about he was threatening to keep the government shut down for weeks, if not months or years or some crazy crap. It was like, hey, let it all hit the fan. I got Bitcoin, right? And we got dry good food, and we got a couple of rifles. So, anybody got any comments on this new hardware wallet potentially? I would like to see some Lightning wallet integration. That would be freaking awesome, but I doubt that one. I think
hard. It's That's the problem.
I think it's going to be a little while on that one. Maybe closer towards the end of the year. We might see somebody coming out with a hardware or a Lightning wallet that you can send and receive. I don't think a hardware wallet is necessarily going to be the way that it happens. I think it's probably going to be more of a web-based wallet or maybe a digital, like a phone app.
Mm-hmm.
But more than likely, I don't think we'll see anything at least till the end of the year. I mean, Lightning is still so much in the development phase.
I don't know. It's hard because you have to have, I mean, if you're going to say, oh, I will be able to support like possibly millions and millions of people using your stuff, you got to have a pretty big node. Like, that's the big problem.
We did see that when the bull run comes, the people come. through that floodgate. And
Oh, yeah.
you need to have the infrastructure ready for them, because if not, what happens? People were blaming this dip on that.
Mhm.
You know, people tried to get in and then they couldn't get in, and then the people that had bought, you know, it was too late then. No more people could
Yep.
get in, so it was time to start selling.
People were saying, screw it. Oh, yep, I missed out. All of that loveliness and dropping bags.
All right, so you ready to move on to the next story, or we got something in the chat? Of
Yeah.
course, you guys, if there's anything you want to talk about, please put it in the chat. Even just say, hey, what's up?
Oh.
Let us know that you're here.
Wordly Trevor says, what's new with Litecoin? You know anything new about Litecoins?
Well, I mean, we got Bitcoin's Ben's world's largest crypto meetup coming in August 6th. I mean, I've been trying to plug it away here in the background, figuring out what I can do. He went and added me to his Telegram group to see if we can become part of this event and get out there. That would be absolutely awesome. I've never been to a crypto event, especially one like this, or traveled for one like this or anything like that. So that would be awesome. At the moment, I don't know. Most of the Litecoin news I've been hearing is people are saying that as Bitcoin upgrades, you know, they talk about how they're going to be doing, like, there would be less of a need for the Bitcoin forks.
Yes.
And then Litecoin also fell into that category. I do believe that Litecoin will have a use case in the future. I just think that it's such early days. It's really hard to pan out what all of this stuff's going to be. You know, we are needing to find a lot more utilization for these cryptocurrencies and dApps and stuff like that, and a lot less speculation. It seems like speculation has definitely died out in 2018, and we're looking for a hard use case scenario in order for these values to start climbing again. Hopefully Litecoin will find something soon. I mean, I know that there's a lot of things supposedly happening in the background, but at this exact moment in time, it's hard for me to pinpoint something exactly to be saying that tomorrow Litecoin is headed to 100
Yes,
again.
this is why it will.
I mean, at this exact moment, it's hard to say why anything is going to be heading back to all-time highs, with the exception of Bitcoin.
Yeah. Oh, we have a good healthy. We need to scaling via block size increase. This will create real adoption. And then he says this will only happen if we get rid of blockstream narrative with new developers.
I mean, that's a double-edged sword. Once you start heading down the size of increasing the block size, you know, that's the same old debate that came up with Bitcoin Cash. We've seen how that went down their avenue, but they went a little too much and added too big of blocks where it really cut back on the number of people that could participate in the mining and the running of the nodes, especially since we want people in third world countries that don't have access to the best technologies to be able to run Bitcoin.
Yes, like how we were like it was all in like, I don't know, because it was Siberia, but yes, like they were showing like a whole like town of people like running miners and stuff. Like, I mean, if it gets... Oh,
you're talking about the grandmas in Russia running the miners.
I know it was like Siberian somethings. Yes, it was like a 10-minute video. I mean, it was all closed caption. It was awesome.
I mean, I think that the Lightning Network personally is the way to go. I think that, I mean, yes, we could go with another block size increase. Is it necessary at this exact moment? Not necessarily. Do we need new developers on Bitcoin? I don't think we need to get rid of old developers, but I mean, anybody is welcome to come and develop on Bitcoin. That's why it's an open source project. Anybody can contribute if they have something to contribute. That's why we see projects like Mimblewimble in the background. The person that posted this was completely anonymous.
Yeah. And
here we are continuing to find other people seeing the value in it, continuing further development on it, and we're possibly bringing it to Bitcoin.
You know, that's crazy. Some Harry Potter whateverness, but well, okay, it's fine.
I think I'm just a little too old for that Harry Potter. I mean, we were busy raising our child. I was not quite able to get into it as much. Pokemon, we did Pokemon. I was pretty young for that one.
The original Pokemon, you know, like way back. Papa Onaya Shelley's here. He says Happy New Year.
Papa O'Neill, thanks for joining us, my man.
And Worldly Traveler says, I know that the Litecoin halvening is coming up this year.
Is Litecoin halvening this year? Thank you for bringing me some information to me. I do appreciate it. You guys are You guys are always more knowledgeable than I am at this. Fortunately, I got to keep punching that time clock recently. It cuts back on how much research I can do. I mean, that's awesome that their halvening is coming this year. I had been thinking recently about the Bitcoin halvening and everything that's coming up with that. A lot of people are saying that we could start seeing a bull run beginning in May because of past experiences, that a year before the halvening, we usually see the price increase. But then at the same time, I think back to when I got into Bitcoin and we were we were right before the halvening, but we didn't actually see much of an increase in the price until post halvening. And then we didn't get up to the $1,000 until at least 6 or 7 months after the halvening. And I'm wondering if it may possibly be more of a case scenario like that, which would mean that we had even further to go in this possible bear market. So like I said, hope for the best, prepare for the worst.
All right.
Continue along with some news?
Yes.
All right. Well, let's talk about a little bit more that slightly upsetting some people in the community. Bitcoin Satoshi's Vision logo change.
Oh, smack in the face.
Smack in the face. Punch it in the face, right? Let's just rip off the logo. Like they didn't, like no one learned a lesson from Bitcoin Cash and their 3 different attempt fiascos of put the little brackets around the circle and then change it to
color.
green.
Oh my god.
Same exact thing. Yellow instead of orange. I mean, I don't know.
Really with a little SV and that like squared crap.
As you guys can hear, Samantha is very disgruntled about this in the background.
I'm grunting. I'm so disgruntled.
As we continue to move along in this space, I mean, there is value in Bitcoin, and it is very undeniable at this point in time. So, of course, what do leeches do? They attach on and start sucking.
Dude, that's the tapeworm of Bitcoin. He is like in the intestinal tract.
I mean, that's what's going to happen. We're going to continue to see this. This will continue to happen down the future more and more and more. And it's going to be another situation that the more stuff like this happens and people try to rip off the logo of Bitcoin, the more people know that the true Bitcoin logo. And
it's just so stupid because it is like it's just trying to like
catch the new people.
Yes, it is literally like the Chinese knockoffs of Puma, you know, with the PH. Like, really? Like, I just don't understand. Like, that's not the way you should go about doing business. That's not what you should want to stand for. I mean, is, ooh, we're real close, and hopefully we got you. Huh.
The entrance to the cryptocurrency market has the greatest barrier of all. I mean, besides the education that's required to at least start understanding the space, the understanding of money, like in the whole, in the economy of the world, and then to see through the scams and the FUD and the shilling and everything else. I mean, it took, I would have to say, before I had a real footing. I thought I had a footing, right? And then we get scammed. And I mean, it took a year of being in this space almost every single day before you can really like have wide eyes to this world. I mean, there is no other way but to be in this space and to go through the motions and to have the events occur and the FUD and the FOMO and the pumps and the dumps and everything else and the wallets and the ripoffs and the scams and the BitConnects before you can actually come down to what a real basis is. I mean, we also needed a bear market here for us personally to understand that Bitcoin's never going to go up forever, you know, that we all do have to work as well. We do have to save. We do have to practice good financial responsibility.
Yeah, I guess that when we had gotten in, I mean, it didn't occur to me that it would, I mean, it was just like, oh, yes, like it's going up because it's supposed to go up.
It's supposed to go up.
It's never going to stop, right? No, yeah. It stopped, reversed, went backwards, I mean.
It stopped, reversed, and went backwards. What do we got going on in the chat?
Nothing.
Nothing? Oh, come on, guys. You guys got to get some more coffee in you. It's an exciting day out here. We're heading into the spring. Hopefully that Bitcoin price will be thawing out here soon. We'll be getting up there in price. I mean, the technology's never been better. We never had so much more going on. I can't wait to get out to the Forbidden Kingdom Festival and be telling everybody about how great Bitcoin is. Let's see. What else we got going on here with news? Well, you want to talk about the Tron and their BitTorrenting? I guess they're coming out with another cryptocurrency. I guess, you know how we got the ERC20 tokens on Ethereum? Well, Tron, you know, they're going to have their own token. They're going to be using it with BitTorrent. It's not going to be available to U.S. customers, but it's going to be available at Binance. They're going to be doing like an airdrop situation, and you're going to be able to use these tokens in order to upgrade services through torrenting.
So if you're one of those people who pay for services and pay for upgrades, this works out great.
Well, I don't know if you necessarily would have to pay. I mean, you could do a little trading, collect a few of these coins for free somehow through an airdrop, and then upgrade your torrenting services. I think it's more that they're trying to create a little ecosystem. You know, you have to have a use case. It doesn't really matter if you have a coin that goes up and down in value unless you're just using it for speculation. So they're trying to create a small market. You know what I mean? They're going to drop a little bit of these out in the ecosystem. They're going to say, hey, if you give these back to us, we'll give you better services. And then hopefully they'll get some sort of, you know, if you seed, you start receiving these cryptocurrency. It's going to be called BTT for a ticker.
BTT.
Yep. I don't know. I mean, I used to do some torrenting back in the day. I mean, that'd be kind of cool if I could get a hold of some free cryptocurrencies or something to go drop into my torrent or whatever to be able to help me, you know, do it a little better or faster. Why not?
Right. I mean,
I don't know if this is not going to be the next Bitcoin.
No, but I mean, I could see that it's something. You know, it's just like how faucets, you know, it's something.
It's the whole, the future is going to be tokenized and digital. Everything is going to have some sort of digital token behind it, some sort of, you know, digital representation.
Yeah. I mean, if we can have Big Mac physical coins.
If we can have Big Mac coins, that is true. All right. Woo. So moving into the last story. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, well, we have Weirdly Travelers saying, well, no more BitConnect videos and bumpers. Yes, I know. Darn, once you start taking people to court, they really seem to shut up.
I thought the last part when they went for the BitConnect X or the ETH X or whatever, where they're like, oh, we're going out, let's go out with a big old bang, and we'll even run an ICO at the end. And
Weirdly Travelers says that he's in Colombia and he's just waking up. Well, that makes sense. Okay.
Thanks for watching from Colombia. All right. So we got the 9/11, right? We talked about this the other day.
Yes.
The Overlord hackers, the same people that released the
Dark Overlord or whatever. Yes. God.
The same people that had released the Orange is the New Black videos. They're out for Bitcoin. They don't care about the information. They don't care if they hurt anybody. They don't, I mean...
No, they literally say that we would like Bitcoin, preferably Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And that if you want this, you know, information, just pay us and we'll give it to you.
So, I mean, smart people. I mean, I don't know. I mean, hacking's not great. I'm not down for the exploiting of people or this or that. But I mean, the way they kind of went about this, I mean, there was some genius involved. But of course, if you're smart enough to be able to hack these insurance agencies and all this other stuff to get this information, you're probably fairly intelligent as it is. So they're asking for like $2 million in Bitcoin.
It's broken down into tiers.
Into tiers, and they're saying whoever makes the payments gets the info.
Well, everybody gets the info, but yes, that they need the So
of course, they had to go over to Steam it. Of course,
because their Twitter got shut down.
Because their Twitter got shut down. So I mean, of course, there's a centralized service being shut down because they didn't like what was happening. So they went to a decentralized service, and nobody can shut them down. People have been downvoting them, hiding a lot of their posts. But of course, their posts are out there.
They're still out there. Yeah,
they're still gathering followers. I mean, that's absolutely amazing.
Yep.
The fact that they can't be shut down is what's amazing. Because at the same time, you know, what they may have to be saying isn't your cup of tea or my cup of tea, possibly. But we have cups of tea that other people don't like, especially when we're talking about decentralization and overthrowing the fiat value and making all of us fair and equal when it comes to money. Those 1% people at the top of the ladder do not like that kind of stuff. So at some point, they'll want to shut us down. And these people are showing us that these avenues are great for this. So here we are with Steam It. They're able to post what they want. They're saying that they got, what I got here, 5 tiers. We're seeing people donating. They've collected about 3 Bitcoin already, so the first tier has been passed. Yep. They've released some information. And, of course, you know, the higher up in the tier, the juicier the information. Tier 1's 5,000. Tier 2 is 50,000, so we're getting closer to that there with 3 Bitcoins. We got Tier 3 at 100. Tier 4 is 1 million, and Tier 5 is $2 million in Bitcoin.
Yes, and then they were saying that, like, in between these things, there's checkpoints where they'll, like, you know, give you a little taste of the next level tier before you reach it because you've passed the first one.
So, I mean, 9/11 was a big deal.
Yes.
Conspiracy theories, for as long as it's been,
there is quite a lot of people for over a decade now that have been, I mean, for sure that it is, yes. Somebody,
didn't happen.
yes.
Government involvement,
Happened
gold in the
because-
bottom, and they burned it down on purpose. Who
What?
knows?
Well, that's, yes. I mean, that's the problem is that, yes, there's a lot of people who want to know. So that's, I mean, it's like one of the unsolved mysteries.
I don't know. I mean, it's going to be what it's going to be. This is a time's going to tell situation. I mean, if you're interested, go find them on Steam it. Go follow them. Keep an eye on their posts. If you find out new information, let me know. Of course, I want to talk about this stuff. I find it interesting.
Yes, they said that they've already released level 1 out publicly, so I'm assuming that's like on Steam it or some link that they have on Steam it type deal. But I mean, we didn't look. It's not our cup of tea.
I mean, I don't really have hours to spend reading about 9/11 stuff. I lived through the event, not there personally, but you know, I was alive. So yeah,
I mean, and we didn't you know, have anything catastrophic happen where we would need closure or things like that. Where, I mean, there's a lot of people out there that really do care. And that is, I mean, that's probably why they picked this one to go try to find and hack and get as much documents and information off of as possible. I mean, they're swearing up and down they have, like, you know, the golden goose of conspiracies, but who knows?
The juiciest of the juice. All right, so what do we got going on in the chat? Because it looks like I'm out of news here today.
No, but nothing.
Nothing? Oh, well, if you guys got anything you want to talk about, please go ahead, put it in the chat. We'll definitely stop back here one more time with Samantha to be able to discuss anything you want to talk about. That's one of the great things about this channel is I know that there are amazing YouTubers out there, right? You can go see Crypto Zombie, right? You can go see Omar Bam with cryptos. You can go see Ivan on Tech. But to actually get them to conversate with you in the chat and answer your questions and stuff like that, that's kind of hard to do. Well, I mean, we're a smaller channel. We're here to interact with you. I've brought my wife out here and put her on the sidelines reading that chat to be able to help interact with you because I want to do everything I can to make things a smooth transition into the cryptocurrency space, because you getting into the cryptocurrency space, if you're new to this, is the best thing for all of us, right? New adoption. As always, there's a free email help desk service at eugeneforest20@gmail.com. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can ask me questions there too. There's also links down below to some other social medias where there's the newer cryptocurrencies like Mines and Tribes, even though Tribes is down for maintenance today, so this video is not on there.
Yeah, but they did say in advance, so nothing scary.
So please come on over to those, subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff. Don't forget to hit the like and share button on this YouTube video. That's how we're going to continue to grow this video. If you're watching this a second, you know, we're not live, please comment down below. Let me know you watched it. I love reading your guys' comments. Yeah,
well, we're working at the awesome factory. We check the YouTube quite a lot. So leave some leave some comments.
Yeah, it's positive inspiration while I'm at work thinking, oh man, my back hurts. I don't want to bend over one more time. And I read the comments.
Sucking. Oh,
and
yay.
someone says something nice about, oh, thank you for the videos, or, you know, I've been watching you for a long time. It's very uplifting and helps keep me going.
Andy Anderson asks, is there any new birds? Well, you can see some birds that you couldn't see before, but they are not new.
Yeah, we switched some things around. You can see my ringneck in the background there.
Yep, and those are my my baby, I don't even know, mutt chickens.
Yes, they are a mixture of some
silkies, some frizzles, some Orpingtons. We had roosters that just didn't leave anybody alone. So though,
female peacock coming soon.
Yes, we will be having a peacock.
Yes, mating season's coming up.
Well, peahen, yes.
Yes, peahen.
Peahen.
Yeah, Kalidas is lonely and mating season's coming up.
I know.
So we'll
hopefully one of these times we could get video. Maybe we could just upload it of him. He has a whole tail.
His mating dance?
Oh yeah, a whole tail shaking, foot stomping, something. It's crazy.
I do appreciate you guys being part of my life. It really does warm my heart. I mean, coming up on 2 years here, right, Samantha? The end of this month.
Yep.
I mean, we got over 600 videos out there. You guys know that we're ride or die with this Bitcoin stuff. We ain't going nowhere. This price could come all the way down to tone vases, 1,800. We'll still be sitting here trying to lick up some Bitcoin. as always, you guys, please do everything you can to help out the channel. We're trying to get back to you guys. We're trying to spread Bitcoin awareness. We're trying to get out there and pass flyers. If you guys want to come on the show and talk with us about Bitcoin, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Hit me up on the email or the Twitter. We'll make that happen. Besides that, I got tools, links, and affiliation codes listed down below to help out the channel. Anything else, Samantha, that you want to talk about?
Steam, Mines, Tribe.
I love it when you get involved. You guys go out there, have a great day, enjoy your Monday, and remember, keep your BTC safe. Oh, no, it's Saturday.
Yes, it is Saturday.
Oh, wow.
Crap. Yeah, well, enjoy your Saturday. Bye, guys.